Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Russ back again with some more Madden 19 career mode. This is episode number 26, and we are going against the Cincinnati Bengals. They are actually 5-2 on the season. A little bit surprising, I know. We are 6-1. Lamar Miller, unfortunately, I know, still sounds fucked up, but he unfortunately is not hurt. We wanted Kirby to be starting, but Lamar Miller, he got hurt last episode, and he just was kind of out for the rest of the game. We want our rookie to start because he's definitely better, but we have Lamar Miller starting, and he's kind of just... whatever. I don't know. I feel like if the rookie was in the game, we would actually go out of our way to try to go to him. But when it's Lamar Miller, it's just like we know that shit ain't really going to happen with him. You know, when we had Kenyon Drake, he actually made stuff happen. The Ghost in Miami, he actually had a decent year for how much we actually used the running back. He averaged over 4 a carry, I think. Maybe. No, maybe he didn't. I don't know. He was better than Lamar Miller. That's all I know. But going into this game, you know, obviously I was a little bit disappointed that we weren't able to use Kirby. But we'll go ahead and use DeAndre Hopkins and Will Fuller if we have to. I mean, if we're forced to use those guys instead, we will. As DeAndre Hopkins ends up getting a touchdown on our very first drive, he went right down the field. I told you guys last episode we're starting to find that rhythm. I'm starting to figure out what the receivers are best at, you know, and I'm actually not forcing it to DeAndre Hopkins every time. You know what? That's mainly the... that was the wrong time to say that as I completely force it, and I think that's Denard. Defonso? I can't remember his name. I know his last name's Denard. That's all I know. He ends up batting it away, but yeah, that's one thing we haven't been doing as much is going to DeAndre Hopkins and just chucking it up deep to him. So in these past couple games, we've really avoided that, and we've actually done a lot better. I don't think we threw a pick last game. Actually, I know we didn't throw a pick last game. It's right here. Will Fuller. I barely even saw that because this stupid stadium has a fucking roof that, oh my god. That's the one thing I don't like about the Texans. You know, I'll take that touchdown. Hell yeah. Will Fuller, a long-ass touchdown, we'll take that. But this stadium bugs the hell out of me. I don't like the stadiums that have the shade. I don't know why. They're just annoying to me. If there's one thing that bugs me about being on the Texans, it's their stadium. But you know what? That's a small price to pay when you get to play with DeAndre Hopkins and Will Fuller. So you know what? It doesn't really matter. With a minute left, we're trying to get one last drive together, you know, get 3 points, preferably 7. But unfortunately, on 1st and 10, we end up getting sacked, making it 2nd and 18. And we ended up blocking a couple extra people which gave us all the time in the world, but unfortunately my read was horrible, and I can't see into that stupid sun, and you know what, that wasn't even in the sun. I'm just blaming the stadium at this point. But Will Fuller unfortunately ends up dropping it. 4th and whatever, we end up having to punt. I guess they must have fumbled on the punt. I don't know what happened. We end up getting the ball immediately. I mean, right after that, it seems like, I don't know. It almost seems like 4th and 20, we just went for it and converted. I mean, don't get me wrong. I ain't complaining. We'll take the ball. It's just a little bit odd how we got it. Like I said, we don't really get to see those plays, so it's just weird getting the ball right back. But at the end of the first half, obviously, we were kind of struggling moving the ball anyway, so we don't ultimately end up getting anything out of either of those drives, even though we were pretty much gifted a free one almost at midfield, but we were not able to do anything with it. DeAndre Hopkins ends up making a pretty decent catch, but unfortunately, he was not able to run it into the end zone. It looked like he had space to me, but unfortunately, he got a bad animation, had to dive. Just a bad throw, maybe. You know, I think we just led that a little bit too far. But coming into the second half, obviously, we're just trying to run the ball, you know, trying to just run the clock, honestly. That's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to conserve this win. At this point, we're just trying to get wins. You know, we want to get the best seeding possible for the playoffs. I honestly feel like we are dominant as fuck, or becoming dominant as fuck. I don't know why I said that twice. You know what, whatever. Emphasis, I guess. DeAndre Hopkins ends up catching it inside the 10-yard line. You guys just continue to see DeAndre Hopkins do that over and over again. But ultimately, man, like I was saying, we just want seeding. We want the number 1 seed. We want the easiest path to the Super Bowl possible is right here. Arthur Morgan. I'm going to continue to stick with that nickname. He ends up getting his 4th or 5th receiving touchdown on the season. That rookie has had himself a hell of a year. I mean, I ended up seeing our draft board, seeing that he got drafted. But he's like a 74 overall tight end, rookie tight end that has like 72 speed. I did not think anything of that dude when he got drafted, but he's been a big part of our offense, man. I like him a lot better than Ryan Griffin. Ryan Griffin's been hurt. He's stepped up huge. He's a pretty good run blocker. I like him a lot. That Morgan guy, he's been kicking ass. But 21-7, you know, like I said, we're just trying to conserve these wins right now. We have this win pretty much in the bag at this point. If we can get a first down, we waste the rest of their timeouts, and we can get a win. 3rd and 1, we do end up getting the first down with our fullback. I can't remember his name. He's made a couple decent plays for us so far this season. But we do get the first down, and we don't really want to just run the clock out considering we are up by 2 scores. And why not give our running back some extra carries, man? And when we got the win, let's celebrate a little bit. Damn, I mean, let's give our running back some carries. Let him try to do some stuff as Lamar Miller has 5 rushes for 6 yards. you are not helping your case of being terrible, man. I mean, you are the non-factor. That's your fucking nickname. Your nickname is the non-factor. My goodness. Kenyon Drake had a nickname. He was called the Ghost. Even he did some good stuff for us. Lamar Miller, he's useless. The non-factor, man. That's his nickname. 24-7, we end up getting an extra field goal at the end because I almost threw a pick. Really bad, really dumb. Luckily, they end up dropping it, and, they don't flub up my stat sheet. Whatever, we keep that 0 interceptions on there. 0 interceptions the past couple games. We'll take that for sure, and we will also take that win, man. Got our running backs in there a little bit. I honestly think D'Onta Foreman is the best running back we have. I mean, we run him out of goal line. It seems like that's the only formation that he's in the game on. I mean, that's the only formation I've seen him in on. I try to run like I form, under center, stuff like that. D'Onta Foreman is never in. I really wish that we could use him or Kirby, but instead we're stuck with bum-ass Lamar Miller back there, the non-factor. 14 for 18, almost 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. A hell of a game. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Be sure to look out for the next one. We are 7-1 of the season, and as always, I'm out. Peace.